This is Matrix Lord 212, and I want to talk about Doctor Who Series 7. Now, this Thursday, they will air the first mini episode. I'm not sure if there's going to be many mini episodes, but this will be the first. And also, there is talk of one of the episodes being called Dinosaurs on a Spaceship. I was just posting on the Doctor Who Facebook site saying no to the BBC, and I was just trying to ponder what villains could the Doctor and his new companion face beyond episodes 6 to 14 of Series 7. I mean, we're going to have the Daleks, we're going to have the Weeping Angels. And I was kind of thinking, what if they did a storyline with the Cybermen in the time of President Nixon with Canton Delaware III. I think that would be pretty interesting to bring those characters back with a big foe. Also, who's to say that Madame Quaverian is not working for someone else, maybe like Davros? Maybe they could tie in the Silence with the Daleks at the end of Series 7, and make the Daleks be part of the season cliffhanger or season ender, like they usually do, with the exception of the Master sometimes. So, I would think that, we're going to probably also see the return of Craig in an episode, probably the end of Series 7. And I don't think they're going to do the full 11th until the Series 8. So it looks like Matt Smith is probably going to regenerate after the events of the 50th anniversary. And if you know, the 50th anniversary does fall in 2013 in November. Now, I really don't see that they would have the Doctor regenerate in front of his former selves, only because they would not know what each form looks like. I don't think they would do that. I think that they would have a season after the 50th anniversary, probably Series 9, I'm thinking, unless of course they spread out Series 7 throughout the whole year of next year, which will be terrible, because then we would be losing a season of 14 episodes. And as I said before, the Doctor Who anniversary has to be separate. You can't just take away from a regular season and then make it part of the anniversary. I think that would cheapen the anniversary, and I also think that there definitely does need to be past Doctors involved, as well as past companions, and a big overall threat. Now, I do feel, as the scribe does, that the Time Lords will return in the 50th anniversary, probably with the Master, probably with Omega, or the Dream Lord of Aluard, but they're going to return. Now, will the status quo change, and will the Time Lords return forever? I tend to believe that that's a big no. I don't think that the Time Lords will return permanently, because it's more interesting with him by himself. It will always be the mystery of, is there Time Lords out there? I think that's way better than having them around to be a bother to him. So, it worked for the past series with the Time Lords always there, but I think that it'll be much better if the Time Lords are not around full-time in the Doctor Who series. I do have a feeling that if they do make the Doctor regenerate into a female, and I'm gonna say it right here on May 21st, 2012, that if the Doctor becomes a female, the actress to play the Doctor, and this is from me, Matrix Lord 212, the actress to play the Doctor is going to be, my first choice, my first guess, is Sophia Myles. Why do I say this? Well, she has been around lately, the sets, hanging out with the crew, and there's got to be a reason why she's hanging around. I don't understand why she would just be in Spain when they're filming in Spain. Something is not right. Now, I personally would not want to see the Doctor regenerate into a female. I would like to see her return as maybe a new character. I know that if she returned as Madame de Pompadour, it would probably cheapen the Girl in a Fireplace, but I do want to see her return at some point in time, in whatever capacity, but or even if she returns as a villain or something. But I really hope that the Doctor doesn't regenerate into a female. But, you know, they have to do something amazing for the next time he regenerates. And I really also hope that he does not regenerate into a kid or a teenager. He has to be in his 40s, I would think. That's the only way it would fit, because you can't make him younger than Matt Smith. That would just not be believable. It would not make sense, and I just would not see that happening. Okay, so if they don't go older, they may go into the female. I don't know if they're going to do that. But I do hope that we do get to see the 8th Doctor return, the 6th Doctor return. It would be, or as I suggested, if it was on a parallel world, you know, the human Doctor regenerates into an evil gothic Matt Smith with beard, and then he would also degenerating to past selves, but in evil form. I mean, that would be really, really awesome, seeing like Tom Baker play an evil Doctor, or Sylvester McCoy, or Colin Baker in different attire. You know, kind of like, you know, weird effect, you know. So that would be an interesting take. So, you know, who knows what's going to happen in the 50th anniversary. You know, Stephen Moffat goes in many different directions, but I do believe that, you know, there is a big fish from Series 5, Series 6, Series 7. There is a big fish, and I think that the big fish was going to be Omega, or the Valyard, the Dream Lord. You know, I don't see it as anybody else, unless, of course, it was a Time Lords. But I do feel that the Master, if he didn't return to Gallifrey, he probably is on the other side of the world, in some place where there's not that much food, and all he's doing is eating to try to stay alive, but it's in a spot that he only has enough food to sustain him living and not being able to leap away. So I fully expect us to see a more crazed Master if he is on Earth, and if not, I do feel that he is the reason that the Time Lords survived the Time War, because don't forget, if the link is broken, you know, just by that statement alone, that means that there is no link back to the Time War, which would mean that Gallifrey would be lost in fire, just like they said in Fires of Pompeii. So it's sideways in time. It's not here, there, or anywhere. It's just in a new dimension, like the Void or something. I mean, the Void was destroyed, but it's somewhere in between. So, and I do see that the Master could probably be the leader of Gallifrey. So that's it. I hope you guys subscribe, and I put something in the front of the screen so that we wouldn't have a haze effect on my glasses. So I want to see how this comes out. But look for the mini episode on Thursday. All right. Talk to you later. Bye bye.